are seeing, of course, the end of the Islamic State, and now we are seeing the rise of something else. And this something else is an emboldened Iran. And not just Iran itself, but Iran's proxies, which is what is making things that much more nerve-wracking for the Israelis, that the Iranians have been plotting a course across the Middle East. That initially they had control over southern Iraq. And then they began to get control over central Iraq after elections. And then they began to penetrate Kurdistan. Then they began to penetrate eastern Syria all the way to western Syria. And of course they have a proxy in Lebanon that we all know, Hezbollah. This is, as now commonly known, the Shiite Crescent. This is a real problem for the Israelis, that they're looking at this spread of Iranian hegemony, and let's call it what it is. I mean, they really have designs over the entire Middle East, and their goal has been, through Afghan proxies, through Pakistani proxies, Iraqi proxies, of course Lebanese proxies, they have gained ground, but as they've done that, they have also brought weaponry into the Syrian theater. And the Israelis have been warning everyone who will listen that a war eventually will break out. And the Israelis want nothing to do with this conflict. They don't want to have another front in Syria, but they also recognize that if another Hezbollah or several Hezbollahs are being created, if rocket batteries are now facing Israel, if other weaponry, what they call game-changing weaponry, are in that theater, that they will have very little choice but to act. And so for the last several years, they have been issuing warnings. They've been issuing warnings to the United States that war may be nigh. They have been issuing warnings to the Europeans.